This is Problem 1701, and we're doing our final part in our series of A Beginner's Guide to Saber Collecting. And the final part, we're just going to be discussing other options. Basically, finishing up your saber and getting it ready for purchase. The final options list that you have for it. And we're going to go over Ultra Sabers and Saber Forge. Once you've got your saber picked out, you're going to go into the options menu. It's going to take you where you can pick out several other things like your blade color. You can pick whether you want a regular LED or a tri-LED, which is 3 LEDs. I prefer the tri-upgrade. It's only about $15 more, and it does make the saber a bit brighter. Next, you're going to have your flash on clash option. This is a $35 upgrade that causes the blade to flash another color when it comes in contact with something. Like also, when you do the lockup, it alternates between the main color and the flash color. This one is Arctic Blue, and it flashes a Deegan Silver. Not showing up as well as I'd like on the camera. Generally, some people find that worth it, some don't. I personally don't. I only have it on a couple sabers. I'd rather just save the money. Use it for other things. Next choice is going to be your batteries. Now, if you have a premium sound saber or higher, like Emerald or Diamond, you have to have the lithium setup, which is like this. It's 2 lithium batteries that are rechargeable. They come with a charger. You'll just remove them, put them in the charger, charge them, put them back in. This pops right back in there, and then the pommel, wherever it went, here we go. The pommel screws back in. Now, stunt sabers and obsidian lightsabers also give you the option of going with their standard setup, which is 4 AAA batteries. Personally, I prefer the lithium setup for sound sabers, although I think the standard setup works well for stunt hilts because they don't take a lot of power. After that, it'll give you the option to get a recharge port. Ultra Sabers has a $75 to $85 option where you can upgrade to a recharge port. Like Saber Forge has recharge ports as well. Like
Saber Core.
This is a recharge port. Instead of having to take batteries out, you just take your charger, plug it in right there, and the saber charges. You don't have to worry with batteries. I don't actually mind changing the batteries. I'd rather save the $75 to $80, so I just unscrew it, pull this out, and change my batteries. I don't find it overly cumbersome in most sabers. There's only been a couple sabers where I found getting the batteries out to be difficult, like the Flamberge gave me a lot of trouble. And then next, you'll pick your blade length. Ultra Sabers offers different blade lengths like 36, 32, 24. If you're 6 feet or over, I recommend a 36-inch blade. If you're under 6 feet, I recommend a 32-inch blade. I'm 5'6" and use a 32-inch blade myself. Next will be blade type. You can pick between the Ultra Edge blade and the standard blade, and they also have both of these in either the mid-grade or the heavy-grade blades. And then next, in some saber cases, you can select a different pommel. Like some of the sabers, like the Prophecy, have a very basic pommel, which you can see there and on the Dark Prophecy. And the cool thing about Ultra Sabers is their pommels are MHS compatible, which means they can be swapped out with each other. I could take the pommel from the Bellicose and put it on here. Take the pommel right here, which is actually a Catalyst pommel on an Initiate saber to begin with, and I could put it right here if I wanted. I could take that pommel and put it right here. So some of the sabers, especially some of the more basic sabers, do give you the option to switch to a different pommel. Like the Prophecy tends to look really good with a shock pommel on it, if you want to do that. And then after that, you can pick your types of sound. Say you're going with their premium soundboard. That's what I tend to use, is their premium sound. You can pick between their standard V3 soundboard or their upgraded V4 soundboard. And the difference is that the V3 soundboard can only hold one font at a time. Like, this is the V3 soundboard. And that's all it can do is this sound at a time. Now, you can change the sound font on it, but you have to hook it up to your computer. Because there's a spot right here with a micro cable where this plugs in, and the other end's a USB. Plug it into your computer, and you can use the Obsidian launcher that Ultra Saber does to change your sound font. But if you have the V4 Saber, you can rotate sound fonts. There we go. It holds up to 8.
Ancient Saber. Episode 1. Episode 2. Episode 6.
Now that's actually a stunt setting. So say, you want to mess with your sound saber at night, but you don't want to wake up the wife or the kids or anything, you can put it on stunt mode and swing it around without sound. Back to the Obsidian default. And this is the Sith setting.
Confirm.
And so you can actually rotate between 8 different sound fonts, which are also customizable by hooking it up to your computer if you want. After that, you're going to have your switch type. Now, Ultra Saber's standard switch, their standard guard switch as they call it, looks pretty terrible. It looks okay on a black hilt like here. It's just a little plastic piece with a little sticker on it. It's not really impressive. Looks really bad on a silver hilt because this is still black plastic, and if you put it on, say, a silver hilt, that little black there stands out, looks bad. These switches don't really impress me. And I was very glad when Ultra Saber started doing black AV switches. They didn't do these for the longest time, but now they do. You can get a black AV switch. I much prefer their AV switches. They just look much more professional, as you can see here. They have different types. You have the standard AV switch, which is basically non-illuminated, like these. These are non-illuminated. Then they have their illuminated ones like this. They light up. For instance, the Bellicose. See, that lights up blue. And they don't have to match the blade color. You can get different ones. My Bane's Heart Prophecy has a silver AV switch. You see that one lights up. I much prefer the illuminated for the most part, except on like my movie hilts. I do like these right here not having them. A little more movie accurate. Also, some sabers have options that are unique kind of to the saber. Like for instance, the Chosen one, you can get it with right here where the light illuminates through when the saber is on. Or you can get a version that does not. It's a little more movie accurate. Instead, it has plastic lines and stuff right through there so it doesn't light up. The activation box, you can do all sorts of different things with it. Like I have a silver activation box with a silver activation switch. They also give you the option to get a black activation box or a black activation switch. So I could have had the box black and the silver switch, the box black and the switch black, the box silver with the switch black. Just like here, I could have gotten the switch black if I'd wanted. I just wanted the silver on silver. I like the way that looked, personally. Let's see. Tips. You can pick what kind of tip you want. Like, for instance, this is a round tip. They also offer a bullet tip, kind of similar to the Saber Forge sabers, which is like that. Which, if you have a preference there, I prefer the round tip. I do think the bullet tip costs a little extra, like $5. You can purchase a hex wrench if you want, which is used for unscrewing and screwing that screw in to remove the blade, because the blades are removable on all the sabers. Blade plug. They do offer a blade plug, which is a, I don't have one out to show, but it's a little piece to say you want to display your saber without the blade in it. You can slide a blade plug in there, and that'll cover that up so dust doesn't get in there while you've got the saber out. They're usually about a $5 upgrade or so, 5 or 10. I forget how much it is now. I don't really get them. I have a few of them because the Saber Forge ones they come with automatically. They give you the option to purchase a stand, and they also give you an option to add a CoverTech clip. A CoverTech clip is a clip that clips onto your belt, and then the CoverTech wheel hooks onto it. And that's how you hang the saber from like your belt. Also, some sabers come standard with a CoverTech wheel, like the Graphlix, the Chosen one. The Prophecy comes standard with a CoverTech wheel. The Bellicose comes standard. But a lot of their other more basic sabers, like, say, the Initiate, the Dominix, the Apprentice, you'll notice there's not one anywhere. They don't come standard with one. But you can have one added. For instance, my raffle prize Sentinel came with one. And normally, it doesn't come with one. The other two I used to have did not. But you can pay them a little extra money, and they'll add one to it. You can usually even pick where you want it placed. So you can get a CoverTech wheel on a saber if it doesn't normally come with it. Some of the other sabers have other options. Like, for instance, the Graphlix. You can pick what color these buttons are. Like, you can pick red, green, blue, gold. It's kind of brass color, silver. So I could have had both of these gold. I could have had both of them silver. So you do have other options unique sometimes to the saber. Let's see. I already went over the windows. Another good one is the bellicose. I could have picked, well, this was a raffle prize, but if I had bought it, I could have picked what this was. It came with a silver one, but you can make that gold, brass, etc., etc. You can pick whether this is black or silver. They have two different pommels that are slightly different that you can pick from. So some of the sabers do have different options for what you can do with them. I think it's the Menace has a couple different versions that kind of like this. Part of it lights up, or part of it can be all black depending on what you're looking for. So some sabers have just their own unique abilities to customize certain ways. Saberforge also has different ways to customize. The main one I want to talk about with them is their weathering options. Like this is a Saberforge saber in its non-weathered form. It's just its standard look. This is the standard exalted right here. And then my Disciple and my Talon are both weathered. That's a very Sith look, and it's a very well-used look, which I think looks fantastic on both of them. But they have other options too. It's actually a long list. They can do acid etching, they can do polishing, they can do powder coating in different colors. When you go there, it's actually like a hilt finish. There's a long list of options that I'm not going to discuss all of here because I can't remember all of them anyway. But there's a lot of them. That's really their bread and butter, I think, is their ability to do so many different things that Ultra Sabers doesn't offer. Then you pick your tier, which is like Stunt Saber, Champion, which is a sound saber, Hero Saber, which is multiple colors and sound. You pick your fonts, whether you want light side fonts, dark side fonts, etc., etc. You pick your blade color, which they have a lot of blade colors to choose from. Saberforge has a lot of different blade colors to choose from. The blade length, again, I recommend a 32-inch if you're under 6 feet. They have a 37-inch if you're over 6 feet. And then things like energy vibration, or if you're getting a stunt saber, whether you want it to have a recharge port or not, their sound sabers come standard with them. Also, typically their sabers come with these newer kill keys now, these little cheap kind of plastic ones. I'm going to be honest, I don't care for them. I don't think they look good. But you can request in the comments, I believe, to still get the old style metal kill keys. And I think these look a lot better. A lot better. Can't quite get it. There we go. Like that. That looks really, really good. Looks a lot better. And those are the main things from them. There's a lot quicker. Some of the sabers have, on the Ultra Sabers have multiple pommels. Like I said, the Bellicose did. Their Renegade, their triple blade hilt, also has two different pommels to pick from, and their Manticore also has two different pommels to pick from. So once you've picked out your saber, picked your blade color, you still have to decide on all these other options you want. You know, do you want sound? Do you not want sound? What kind of sound? Because they have several different options for sound. Again, do your research. Watch YouTube videos. I've got, 75 videos up. Most of them are saber reviews. Check them out. And I think that about covers everything. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover. Oh, there was one other thing, and I forgot what it was. So, I think we've covered pretty much everything. And this should wrap up our tutorial. You should be ready to buy your saber once you've gone through the 4 steps. Deciding what you want your saber for, which company to buy it from, picking your actual hilt you like, and then picking your blade color and your blade length and type. And after that, just finishing up with these extra options you have, and you'll have your first saber on the way. Anyway, this has been Prowl 1701. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That's my goal right now. I want those quadruple digits. Click the like button. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Did you like this video? Was it a waste of your time? Good feedback, bad feedback. Let me know your thoughts. And most importantly, thank you for watching.